Hope you're hungry. Soup's on. Beatrice's favorite.
Dad.
Thanks again for letting me stay here. I'd still be wandering the woods if Beatrice hadn't found me.
That's Beatrice for you, always picking up strays. B, will you go tell Jonathan the food's ready? So Lucas, Beatrice tells me that you're researching something out here.
Yes, sir. I'm testing a theory I developed.
Good, I like that. I like a man that has a question and is not afraid to go out and find the answers for himself. Of course, you could have put a little bit more thought into your plan, because it looks like you're just testing to see how long you'll last out there in the wilderness without any supplies.
I'll admit I'm more book smart than street smart.
A bit of an enthusiast, huh?
And a bit desperate.
Because of your silence?
She told you about that?
This one tells me everything.
Sorry.
So, you can't hear Godot at all?
No, I can't.
Then you're cursed.
Cursed?
Cursed to be alone. Helpless. Damned by God and your fellow man. You know, some people think that Godot abandons those that she knows are going to commit atrocities despite her guidance.
But she can't see the future.
No, but God can. And if he sees something that is going to jeopardize the peace, he's going to refer it to her. I got you. You should see your face. Scared witless. Nah, I'm just messing with you, kids. We don't get a lot of people up here in the winter. I gotta get my kicks any way I can.
So you don't actually believe that Godot
Lord,
would...
no. I'm just spewing what a few of the patrons have said from time to time.
I thought you were gonna kill me.
Lucas, he couldn't kill you even if he wanted to.
Lucas, this is Jonathan.
Hi there.
Don't mind him. He's just a little bit guarded. He's actually quite nice once you get to know him.
How do you know him?
Found him out there in the woods. At first, he was a little bit unstable, but now he helps us around here with the chores, and in return, we let him stay here. So, you believe that Godot lives in the woods?
Yes. If my copious amount of research is accurate, then Godot might still be physically alive and living in this forest.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, son. We've lived here now for close to 6 years, and the only people we see out there is that lunatic Gabriel and folks like yourself that are out wandering around. What makes you think you're going to find her?
Because you haven't been looking.
And if you find her, what then?
I want to tell her that people like me should be able to speak with her, so that even the silent can be in Godot's company. So, what does her voice sound like to you?
Godot? Soft. Kind, like a friend I haven't seen in a long time.
Has it always sounded like that?
Not exactly, no. The first time I heard her voice, during the Divine Assistance, I take it you want me to recount my story?
If you'd like to.
Sure. Now then, let's see. I was 13 years old, and I was doing laundry with my mother when I felt this presence in my mind. And even though it was odd and different, I wasn't scared. And then this voice spoke to me. I am Godot, guide of mankind. She was very sweet and kind throughout the whole process. But couldn't help but feel like she was in pain.
Pain? What do you mean by that?
Well, in the 40 years since the divine assistance, she hasn't addressed humanity again all at once. I guess that might have been her limit.
Do you remember what happened right after the divine assistance was announced?
After she was done speaking, I turned to my mother and I was like, what was that? She thought about it for a moment and then she replied, an answer to prayer.
And did you start talking to Godot right away?
Mostly, yes. I tentatively would reach out to her and she would respond almost immediately. She made it very clear that she was not God, but she was his disciple, given a gift by him, hence the name, Godot.
Meaning God within.
You are well studied. She also spoke of how she's more of a universal conscience rather than a puppeteer.
So Godot was aware that some people might view her guidance as a lack of freedom or choice?
Oh yeah, for sure. One of the biggest cultural shifts from the divine assistance was coming to terms with and learning to trust Godot. I mean, most people assumed the worst. They thought that it was some sort of mind control from the government.
Do you talk to Godot often?
All the time. I go to Godot for just about everything. Good news, bad news, no news.
Does she comfort you when you get bad news?
It depends, I suppose. Sometimes she just gives me perspective, showing me that bad things can be a blessing in disguise.
What did she say when your wife passed?
Beatrice, would you go wash the apples, please?
Dad,
Now, B. Now I know Beatrice likes to share and you're young. So I'm gonna forgive you for crossing such a grievous line. But don't you ever mention my wife again. You understand me? I asked you a question.
Yes, sir.
Just making sure. Wipe up that water, will you?
apples are washed. What did I miss?
Nothing, sweetheart. The interview just finished. Right, Lucas?
Yes. And I think I better get to bed. How much do I owe you for the room?
It's on the house.
No. Please, I can pay. It's the least I could do.
I'd rather have you safe inside than be worrying about what the woods are doing to you out there.
Well, that's very kind of you. I think.
Here, Lucas. I'll show you where you'll be staying.
Good night, Enoch.
Good night.
Beatrice,
Nice jammies.
can I help you?
I talked with my dad.
Oh.
So I'm here to apologize.
That's really not
Lucas,
necessary.
please. Just let me talk. My mom was a silent too.
Beatrice,
Just let me get through the whole thing first, please. My mom was 13 when the divine assistance happened. She...
Like your dad?
Lucas!
Sorry.
She was 13, like my dad. But unlike my dad, she didn't hear Godot at all. She was from a small town, and there were no other silent. She had to grow up believing she was the only one who couldn't hear Godot. It really messed her up. I told you we moved here because my mom was sick. That's mostly true, but it was her mental health that was bad. Eventually, she got so sick, it was too much for her to bear. And 7 months ago, it almost happened to me too. Godot stopped me. She called out to me. She knew my pain. And she gave me the courage to talk to my dad so I could get the help that I needed. So that's why my dad was so freaked out earlier.
Honestly, Beatrice, I think anyone would be. I'm so sorry. About everything. About your mom, your dad.
Thank you, Lucas. Well, it's getting late, and I've kept you up long enough.
Beatrice,
I heard you talking with ENOCH.
Jonathan, what are you doing
here? What'd he tell you?
ENOCH? He just told me about the divine assistance.
Why?
I'm studying Godot. My research
You can't hear Godot. Can you?
No. I can't.
Well then. There might be some hope for you yet.
What is this?
A gift.
Is this...
Shh. Zip it. Yes, it is.
Godot made sure all weapons were destroyed.
No, not all of them.
Where did you get this?
It was my grandfather's.
Why do you still have it?
It's because it's humanity's last hope for freedom.
I don't follow.
Godot is human. An omniscient human, yes, but still human. Still mortal.
Are you saying that...
Look,
we were doing just fine until Godot got it in her little head that we needed a micromanaging child interfering with everything. What did ENOCH tell you about the divine assistance?
He said the same thing a lot of people did.
So you know how the world changed.
I mean, kinda.
My grandfather was overseas when it happened. He was 6 hours into a firefight. The enemy was closing in, and he thought he had seconds left to live. And then suddenly, everyone just stopped. Grandpa sat there for a full minute of horrific silence. And when it was over, everyone just dropped their weapons and left. Like we weren't in the middle of a war. The war ended that day. Grandpa was sent home, and 2 months later, the military disbanded and all weapons were melted down. Grandpa wasn't a soldier anymore. He tried to integrate with civilian life, but while everyone was clamoring about how great Godot was, it was silence for him. Everyone was enjoying a new era of peace, but Grandpa was still at war.
What did he do then?
He tried the normal thing. Found a wife, but there was silence. Had a son, my father, and still silence. Watched his son grow up, fall in love, get married, and still silence. Became a grandfather when I was born, and would you believe it? Silence. 3 generations of silence. It's enough to drive anyone mad.
Wasn't that the world your grandfather fought for? A world at peace.
The peace that was fought for, that my grandfather fought for, was one earned by humans overcoming their tendencies. One born from one man looking another man in the eye and saying, there has to be another way. A peace that stemmed from humanity realizing that we can fix this. That we have to fix this. That's what he fought for. That's what he told me. Instead, we're in this slumber that makes us believe that we're not responsible for our actions, but we are. Humans are still evil. If something were to happen to Godot today, right this second, humans would go back to being the depraved, selfish creatures that we've always been.
You don't know that!
And you do? My grandfather didn't have the money or wits to do anything. But my father, he studied. He planned. He was going to find Godot. But then he got sick. And it all fell on me. The 3rd generation silent to find her. And now, it falls on you. You've got 1 shot. Make it count.
Why can't you?
Man, what don't you get? I have been searching for Godot for years to no avail. That goddamn forest keeps playing tricks on me. But you're different. You're smart, you're ambitious. My grandfather would have liked you. I have no doubt you'll find her. Now I've given you a gift. The gift of choice. And I pray you choose wisely. And I hope your aim is true.
Wait, sir. Don't make this my burden. Hear me.
help me.